Now, from tomorrow, it will be mandatory to wear a face covering in a shop. It has, of course, been the case on public transport for some while now, but the broadening of the rules means that more and more of us are now looking to buy a mask of some form to do the job. And that sounds a lot like a business opportunity that more and more firms are hoping to capitalise on. Well, here's a name that you may well know that's hoping to do just that. Formerly multiple world champion boxer David Haye. Well, live to David Nay, he's launching a range of face masks designed with experts in Vietnam to be sweat-proof, good for use in, say, a gym. David Haye, welcome to you. So what made you want to do this?
In January, I got a call from a good friend of mine in Vietnam who said, how is it in England? How's things going for you? It's crazy, isn't it? I'm like, what's crazy? There's no issues here. He said, COVID-19. He said, you know, we're locking down the whole country. Vietnam have taken this so seriously. And in late January, there was no real issue here. There was no government really focusing on COVID-19. And he said, you need to get yourself a mask. He said, do me a favor, get yourself a washable mask and just to make sure you'll be okay. So I tried to find a black washable mask. It was impossible to find one. In January, everything was sold out and I had a 2-month wait time. So I said to him, okay, send me something over from Vietnam. I said, you've been wearing face masks for 20 years in Vietnam. You must have good ones. What's the best one you've got? And he said, the best one is the one that the police used. The Vietnam government issued, you know, VP195. He said, that's the best mask we have here. And I said, okay, send me some over. He said, they're not for sale. They're literally government issued for the uniform, effectively. So knowing me, I have to find a way to get these masks. So by hook or by crook, give it a couple of weeks, I got in contact with the guy who, the director of this government factory, and said, could you send me some masks over? He sent me 200 masks over. I wore them. I loved them. They were the wrong colour for me. I wanted a crisp black 3-layer mask like the World Health Organization have recommended. And 2 months later, back and forth, I've got myself a nice range of black masks in 5 different colours that you can't get anywhere else. Using Nano-Silver Technology. This mask was used by the Vietnamese government, for the Vietnamese government, and fortunately I can now bring this to the United Kingdom. So, you know, people who don't want to wear masks, and the most important thing is the reusability of this. This is 30 washes. The BBC said yesterday 129 billion masks per month are going to be strewed into the atmosphere. We can't have that. These are 100% cotton. They're biodegradable, and we're going to find ourselves in a big problem if we don't start. Maybe if not this mask, another mask, but make it a washable mask. Don't buy a disposable mask. Look on the floor, all over the streets, there are disgusting disposable masks everywhere. It's not usable. It's not a sustainable option for us. So I started.
How many do you expect to sell? I mean, these are all being sourced from Vietnam. You're not going to run into any supply bottlenecks.
It's a small factory. It's a small factory, and it's not made for retail. You know, I'm just fortunate to get these, so they make probably 100,000 a week, and that should be enough to keep them. They're more aimed at the younger people who are focused on fashion. Me personally, I like a mask that is sleek, that is simple. I don't like the medical style masks. These masks are nice and comfortable. You can wash them 30 times. They're less than a tenner if you get enough of them. So it works out 33 pence per day. Compare that to a disposable mask that looks horrible, that are used for, you know, operations. You know, you walk in onto a tube of a mask that a doctor would wear in an operation. It doesn't make any sense. Vietnamese people have been wearing these washable masks for 20 years now. And after 20 years of wearing washable masks, this is the one that the government of Vietnam, which has had 0 deaths from COVID-19, okay. 0 deaths. They've won the war against COVID-19. So I looked at them for some guidance, and this is what I'm bringing to the UK. So it's a completely new venture for me. Yeah.
Is this a natural progression for you when you were a champion boxer? Did you always have your heart set on a career in business subsequently?
Yeah, I've always promoted my own boxing matches. I've always done things for myself. I've always kind of self-managed in essence. And you know, this wasn't a plan. It was just me trying to get hold of some quality masks and some rewashable masks. And it turned out that I've got my hands on what I believe is the best mask on the planet, and I'm putting it out there to particularly young kids who don't really want to wear masks because they look terrible. You know, they're uncomfortable. They give you rashes on your face. These ones use Nano-Silver Technology. You know, they're the best of the best. And it's just nice to do something. I don't get punched in the head. I still manage boxers. I still do boxing promotions. I'm a professional poker player. But during lockdown, I've had nothing else to do other than wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and phone Vietnam and back and forth, sending prototypes and getting it just as I want it. And it's a new venture, but it's, George Foreman had his grill. What did George Foreman know about grills? All I know is he sold a lot of them and he done really well. And David Hay has the Black Mask Company.com, and people are buying them. People really like them, and every single person who's got them have bought more. I've got a different company.
Your management, David, you manage Derek Chisora. When do you expect to announce a date for his next fight?
I think the next date will probably be him fighting in October. Fortunately, boxing has started to move forward now. We've got Eddie Hearn having these fights in his back garden. We got a huge fight with Dylan White and Alexander Povetkin on the 22nd of August. So thankful that Eddie's found a loophole to get these young fighters back out there in action. But I say Derek Chisora and Alexander Usyk will probably happen in October. So Derek Chisora's training, Usyk's training. The world seems to be coming back to some type of normality, but he comes back with a mask now. So I'm glad I actually embarked on this in January. I'm glad I really kept pushing it because, lockdown, different people found different things, whether it was reconnecting with old friends or I just thought, OK, let me just take this the whole way. It sounded like a good idea in my mind. And here we are on Sky News talking about the blackmaskcompany.com. It's strange how things work out, but here we are.
Leave it there. Best of luck with the launch. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much.